Every cat guardian wonders, what does my cat do all day when I'm gone? It's a question that lingers in the back of our minds as we close the door behind us, leaving our feline companions to their own mysterious devices. Do they simply nap the hours away, or is there a secret world unfolding in our absence, a world we never get to see? Leo, my ginger tabby, always watched me leave, his eyes unreadable, his tail flicking with a subtle tension. Sometimes, I'd catch him sitting by the door long after I'd gone, as if waiting for something, or someone to return. Was he simply bored, or was he guarding the threshold of his kingdom? I'd imagine him curled up on the couch, drifting in and out of dreams, the house silent, except for the occasional creak. But then I'd wonder, did he just nap, or was there a secret life unfolding at home? Did he prowl the rooms like a miniature tiger, or did he have rituals and routines I'd never noticed? I pictured a creature of habit, stretching luxuriously on the rug, pausing as if deep in thought, peeking around corners with that signature feline curiosity. But I suspected there was more beneath the surface, a hidden world of feline adventures, secret patrols, and perhaps even moments of loneliness or joy that I'd never witnessed. So, I decided to find out for myself. I set up cameras in all his favorite spots, the sunny patch on the rug where he loved to bask, the cat tree that served as his lookout tower, the kitchen counter where he'd sometimes sneak a forbidden sniff, and the hallway that doubled as his midnight racetrack. For 30 days, I would observe him, hoping to catch a glimpse of his true daily life. My goal was simple, yet profound: to truly understand the cat I shared my life with. I wanted to see the world through his eyes, to witness the moments of solitude, the bursts of playfulness, and the quiet routines that made up his day. What did he notice that I missed? What did he feel when the house was empty and silent? The night before my experiment began, I felt a strange excitement, like a filmmaker before a big shoot. I prepped the cameras, checked the batteries, and gave Leo an extra scratch behind the ears, whispering that he was about to become the star of his own documentary. I wondered if he sensed that something was different, or if he just enjoyed the extra attention. As the cameras blinked to life, Leo seemed blissfully unaware of his new role. He lounged in the sun, stretched lazily, and glanced curiously at the strange new objects in his territory. To him, it was just another day. But for me, it was the beginning of a journey into the unknown. I was about to discover a side of Leo I'd never seen before, and I knew my perception of him was about to change forever. The stage was set. The cameras were rolling. The great cat mystery was about to begin, and I was ready to finally answer the question: what does a cat really do when no one is watching? Leo is a classic ginger tabby, bold, confident, and loyal to his cardboard box throne. From the moment he first set paw in my apartment, he claimed that battered box as his own, transforming it from simple packaging into a regal fortress. His orange fur seemed to glow with pride as he perched atop the cardboard, surveying his domain with the air of a seasoned monarch. There was something almost comical about how seriously he took his role, but also something deeply endearing. Leo wasn't just a pet. He was the undisputed ruler of his tiny kingdom, and I was merely a guest in his court. His days seemed predictable. Breakfast demands, sunlit naps, evening cuddles. Each morning, he'd greet me with a chorus of meows, weaving between my legs until his bowl was filled. After breakfast, he'd seek out the warmest patch of sunlight, stretching luxuriously and drifting into a deep, contented sleep. As the day faded, he'd curl up beside me, purring softly, his presence a gentle comfort. Our routine was a rhythm we both cherished, a quiet dance of companionship and trust. Despite fancy beds and cat trees, his favorite spot was always that battered box, his command center. I'd bought him plush cushions and elaborate towers, but nothing could tempt him away from his cardboard castle. It was scratched and dented, but to Leo, it was perfect, a place where he felt safe, powerful, and completely himself. He'd ignore the latest toys, choosing instead to curl up in his box, eyes half closed, tail flicking contentedly. It was as if the box held secrets only he understood. I set up the first camera there, expecting routine footage. I thought I'd capture the usual scenes. Leo, napping, stretching, maybe giving the occasional yawn. But I was also curious. What did he do when I wasn't watching? Was there more to his quiet reign than met the eye? The camera became my window into his private world, a silent observer in the court of the cardboard king. Our bond was strong, but always on my terms. I initiated play, cuddles, and meals. I like to think I was in control, deciding when we'd chase toys or share a quiet moment. Leo, ever patient, would wait for my invitation, responding with enthusiasm or gentle affection. Yet, there was always a sense that he allowed me these privileges, rather than the other way around. Leo rewarded me with purrs and headbutts, but a part of him remained mysterious. Sometimes, he'd gaze out the window, eyes following something invisible, lost in thoughts I could never quite grasp. His affection was real, but so was his independence. A reminder that, for all our closeness, he was still his own creature, with secrets he kept to himself. Watching the first day's footage, I saw the cat I thought I knew, eating, grooming, napping, moving, from sunbeam to box. The camera revealed the gentle rhythm of his day, the small rituals that made up his life. He seemed so peaceful, so content, that I almost wondered if there was anything left to discover. It was peaceful, almost meditative. The slow rise and fall of his breath, the way he stretched out in the sunlight, the soft twitch of his ears as he dreamed. It was a portrait of tranquility. Watching him, I felt a sense of calm wash over me, as if his serenity was contagious. But as night fell, a new energy stirred. The king was in his castle, but his story was just beginning. The footage shifted. Leo's eyes glinted in the dim light, his movements sharper, more purposeful. It was as if the darkness awakened a different side of him, one I'd never seen before. The cardboard box became a watchtower, and Leo, the vigilant guardian, prepared for adventures that unfolded only after sunset. I realized there was more to Leo than met the eye. Beneath his calm exterior and predictable routines, there was a world of secrets, a hidden life that played out when the lights went down. My curiosity was piqued. What else would I discover about the king of his cardboard castle? The first week of footage revealed the intricate rhythms of Leo's life. His naps followed the sun, moving from windowsill to rug in a deliberate dance. He marked his territory with gentle cheek rubs, tending to every object like a gardener. Alone, he played with fierce intensity, stalking his crinkle ball, pouncing and fishing it from under the sofa. This was more than play, it was instinct, practice for the wild. Leo wasn't just a passive resident, he was a caretaker, hunter, and sun worshipper. The hours I thought were empty were filled with quiet purpose. Watching him was like learning a new language. I was just beginning to understand. Every cat guardian knows the Zoomies, those sudden wild bursts of energy that seem to strike out of nowhere, usually when the rest of the world is winding down for the night. It's a phenomenon that's both hilarious and bewildering, as if our feline friends are possessed by some invisible force urging them to sprint, leap, and dash through the house with reckless abandon. But when I set up cameras to see what Leo was really up to after dark, I discovered his nightly escapades were far more intense than I'd ever imagined. The footage revealed not just a few minutes of playful running, but full-blown marathons that would put any athlete to shame. At precisely 3 a.m., as if on cue, Leo would launch into his own private Grand Prix, racing from room to room, leaping from couch to windowsill, scaling the cat tree with the agility of a seasoned climber. He ricocheted off walls and furniture, twisting mid-air, his eyes wide with excitement. It was as if the quiet of the night transformed him into a creature of pure energy and instinct. The sleepy, sun-drenched cat I knew during the day, who lounged lazily in sunbeams and barely lifted a paw, became a nocturnal athlete, his true nature revealed only when the world was asleep. But the real mystery began with a simple gray toy mouse. During the day, Leo ignored it completely, walking past it as if it didn't exist, no matter how many times I tried to entice him to play. Yet, every night, without fail, the cameras caught him seeking it out. He'd pick it up gently in his mouth, as if it were something precious, and carry it with great purpose. Leo would then make his way to my bedroom, carefully hopping onto the bed, and place the toy mouse right beside me, as if delivering a message or a gift. Once the mouse was in place, he'd let out a single, haunting meow, a sound so different from his usual daytime chatter that it sent chills down my spine. Strangely, he never played with the mouse after delivering it. He'd simply sit beside it, watching me, as if waiting for some acknowledgement or response. It felt like he was presenting A trophy, a token of his nightly adventures, or perhaps a symbol of some secret feline ritual I could only guess at. Night after night, this ritual repeated itself with uncanny precision. No matter how I rearranged the toys, or changed my routine, Leo's midnight mission never wavered. I couldn't help but wonder, was this his way of showing affection? Was he trying to communicate something only cats understand? Or was it simply a game that made sense in the mysterious world of feline logic? Watching the footage, I realized the cameras had captured a side of Leo I'd never seen before. A secret life unfolding while I slept, full of rituals, mysteries, and silent messages. The more I watched, the deeper the mystery became. Each new night brought more questions, and I found myself eagerly awaiting the next chapter in Leo's midnight saga. My cat's secret life was far richer and more fascinating than I'd ever imagined. With every new discovery, I was more hooked than ever, determined to unravel the mysteries of Leo's midnight world. As week 2 began, everything changed. I started acknowledging Leo's nightly hunt, praising him for the mouse he left by my bed. He responded, becoming more affectionate, more present, and more interactive. The cameras showed him seeking my scent, curling up with my sock in his box. The aloof king was showing vulnerability. He missed me. He began initiating play, inviting me into his world. Our bond deepened. We spoke the same language at last. The cameras weren't just observing, they were building a bridge between us. We were finally partners, not just housemates. Halfway through week 3, the cameras captured something I never expected. A stranger approached my door. Leo, usually calm, transformed, fur bristling, growling, standing guard. The man hesitated, then left. Leo remained on alert, a fierce protector. I realized Leo wasn't just my pet. He was my guardian. All this time I thought I was protecting him, but he was protecting me too. Our relationship was a partnership, built on mutual care. That single moment changed everything. I saw Leo's courage and loyalty in a new light. The project had revealed a hero. After seeing Leo defend our home, I watched the footage differently. His window watching was a patrol, his ears tuned to every sound. He mapped our environment, reacting to unfamiliar noises before I even noticed. Leo was a living alarm system, vigilant and dedicated. His love was expressed in his watchfulness, not just in cuddles. The cameras revealed a protector, not just a pet. Every behavior, marking, zoomies, patrols, took on new meaning. The biggest secrets had been hiding in plain sight. The final week felt different. Less mystery, more connection. I talked to Leo as a true companion, thanking him for keeping us safe. The footage showed more moments of closeness. Leo sleeping on my pillow, greeting me at the door. I honored his wild side with puzzle feeders and hunting games. He thrived, becoming more vibrant and engaged. The bored cat from week 1 was gone, replaced by a confident, fulfilled animal. We found a new balance, respecting both his domestic and wild nature. The project ended, but the discoveries would last a lifetime. Leo's life was richer and more extraordinary than I'd ever imagined. When the cameras turned off, the apartment felt fuller, not emptier. My relationship with Leo was transformed. I saw him as a guardian, hunter, and loyal friend. The invisible wall between us was gone, replaced by true understanding. Cats have worlds of their own, communicating in subtle, beautiful ways. The cameras were my translator, revealing Leo's depth and loyalty. The greatest discovery was the richness of his emotional life. Courage, vulnerability, love. Filming Leo deepened my empathy and strengthened our bond. Our story continues. Now we're writing it together.